has inspired Dr. Vivian Weich, CEO of Sonrisas Dental Clinic, to become one of the most compassionate dentists in South Florida. So if you're anxious or fearful about going to the dentist, Dr. Weich is the dentist for you. With the latest in technology, Sonrisas specializes in dental, cosmetic, and orthodontic services, including Invisalign, teeth whitening, crowns, veneers, implants, root canals, cleanings, dentures, and fast braces. Call 305-944-0000 or visit sonrisasclinic.com. If you lack confidence and boldness to go out and conquer the world, here's a valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Visit acradio.live. Afraid of needles? Anxious about going under the knife? Do the words invasive surgery make you queasy to think about? After years of being mistaken for someone in her 20s, Alicia Curry, a mom of 3 in her late 40s, finally got tired of hearing, "You should write a book about why you look so young." So that's exactly what she did. In her book, Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s, she outlines 21 of her top tips for looking and feeling decades younger. These tips can easily be implemented into your own lifestyle so you too can make your 40s look like your 20s. Go to acradio.live to order your copy today.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hi, I'm Alicia Curry, and I'm here to influence, educate, inspire, and entertain you with audacious confidence. Audacious confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So join me on my show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence, so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Hey, hey, hey! We are live. It is almost the end of December, guys, and I'm here, your host, Alicia Curry, with Unleash Your Audacious Confidence. And I just want to say you're listening live. If you're listening to us on 95.3 FM or 1470 AM, hello, hello. And all my Facebook followers and all my YouTube and Periscope followers, welcome. Thank you. I love that you support me every week and you come and you check out what's going on. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm just inviting all of you to continue to come and listen and watch us live on the air. And also, I have to say a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and this past weekend, I have to give a shout out because this past weekend, I went to trade my car in. My lease was almost up and I went in and I had a hard time finding somewhere to go, but I ended up at Arrigo Dodge Chrysler Jeep. And I just want to give them a shout out. I'm not getting paid for this, but Jeremy and Dimitri and John, you guys were fantastic, fabulous. I love my new Pacifica. It's phenomenal. And so you guys did an awesome job. And I just want to shout you out. Yay, Arrigo. So I also want to thank my sponsors for this month. Brinker Education Initiative, Dr. Weich from Sonrisas Dental Clinic, and Jane Robinson and Mary Ellen Brinker. We went to the event that they hosted at Cooper City High School. It was a great event. We had there was so much great information there. Go to their website, brinkereducationinitiative.org. If you know anyone who's Hispanic and who is interested in STEM, you can get a lot of information, and they provide scholarships for Hispanics in STEM in the Tri-County area. So I want to invite my guest because I have a really great guest because this is the end of the year and I want to set you up next year for success. So I have a really great guest on tonight. Her name is Laura Sorvino. There she is. Hi, Laura.
Hello,
Laura,
everybody.
AKA Dr. Declutter. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Laura. She's the president of Organized Productivity, is an industry leader for over 25 years as a professional organizing and productivity consultant who lives and teaches clients nationwide how to get organized in their workspace and personal living environments, resulting in decreased procrastination and increase productivity. That is so important as we look into 2018. She raised in an organized home, and her schooling, home was her schooling, and she carries on the legacy as an accountability partner, speaker, writer, workshop lecturer on the topics of organization, procrastination, and productivity as all the byproducts of each other. Her proven methods empower clients to transform their lives to achieve success out of the clutter and negative habits caused by visual noise. So welcome, Laura.
Hello there.
And Laura
Good
is
to be
also someone I met on LinkedIn. You know, I can't stop talking about how great LinkedIn is. And Laura and I connected on LinkedIn, and she is just phenomenal. I love it. So, Laura, tell me something, because you know, clutter is everywhere. We live in a space where we have so much stuff. What are some of the top challenges that you believe people face today that compromise their work efficiency?
Well, over the years, we've discovered that we're getting worse and not better in terms of clutter, in terms of management. The big issues these days are caused by technology, which is, of course, people can't keep up with their emails. They can't keep up with their phones. However, the other problem is they can't keep up with the paper. The electronics
That's so true.
we thought would take care of that, nope, didn't happen.
No.
We have more clutter now than we ever did.
Yep, that's so true. So how does that carry over from business to personal, personal to business?
What winds up happening is a lot of times people are organized in one environment. They're either organized in their home and not organized in their workspace. It's usually one or the other. And it carries over into their personal lives because it's causing stress at home. People don't have the right amount of time to pay attention to their relationships because they're too stressed. And overwhelm is caused by disorganization.
Well, that's really big. Overwhelm is really big because we do get overwhelmed a lot easily because, like you said, with technology, there's so much coming at us every day, all day long, and having a chance to kind of quiet some of that noise is a challenge.
Yeah, that visual noise, that's what we call it. It's definitely visual noise that we're surrounded by.
And it impacts...
Technology has made it worse.
Yeah, and it impacts everywhere. It also impacts your confidence because, of course, this show is all about building confidence. And if you have all this craziness around you, it causes confusion, and you can't feel confident in a situation when you have confusion. Correct?
That's where the overwhelm comes from.
Yep. So,
and when I started 25 years ago, at the time, it was about 84% of the population was disorganized. It's now 86%.
Oh, wow.
Productivity is at its lowest.
Productivity is at its lowest.
Yes, because of technology. It didn't help us.
It didn't help.
Hindering us. Right.
And that's statistics. Wow. So, all right. So let's talk about the paper, since we kind of alluded to it, that we have all this paper coming in, which technology was supposed to help ease us.
Overload.
Information overload. So how do we deal with the paper clutter? And then we'll deal with the technology clutter.
It's about having the right tools. It's about having the right mindset, because most people feel it's just them. They don't realize the other 85% of the population is just as bad. So what they wind up doing is they'll print the information thinking they'll read it later. It piles up on paper piles, and she's laughing already. It piles up on paper piles on your desk, on your kitchen counter, wherever. Right. And it gets buried because
I forget mail
from the top of the pile.
And the mail, too.
And the mail. Yeah, the mail is a big problem because people tend to open up their mail, and for safety, they stick it back in the same envelope, and then it gets buried.
Right.
I have found money. I found checks. I found a lot of good stuff buried in the mail.
Me too. I've actually had checks shredded accidentally in the mail. But So what are some simple steps to help us deal with the paper clutter?
Well, first of all, open the mail next to the garbage pail, and don't open your mail unless you're ready to deal with it. And then you need a system to work from. So whether it be in your kitchen, you need a central area to work from. You need the right tools, such as what's behind me is called a step file.
All right.
And let's see if I could show it.
Okay, yeah, I got one of those.
File. Mm-hmm. And it enables you to actually put file folders in. But in your home, you also need a system. But do you really want your paperwork in your kitchen? These days, more people are functioning from home offices, which wasn't expected years ago. Mm-hmm. So that's become another major challenge because it's affecting both your work and now your personal life, as you mentioned.
Well, there's spillover.
So it's a matter of going through your paperwork, and what people don't realize is the reason why they're not getting organized is because they're stuck in the emotional. Mm-hmm. So I know in the first hour or the first session I work with someone, I have to get them go from the emotional aspect of it's their stuff and I don't know what to do with it into the logical. What am I going to do with that paper next? That's the key.
Okay.
It has to be an action item for that paper. It has to be something along the lines of emails to answer, bills to pay, projects. Do you have separate files for your clients where everything you have for that client is going into that file? There are several different categories that you could make that really help take the paper piles into an effective system using the right tools. But you always want to ask, what am I going to do with that paper next? And create action item categories.
Okay, so you get your mail.
Right.
You put it next to your garbage can when you're ready to open it.
Right.
You throw away the junk.
If you're not ready, you'll just stick it back in that same envelope.
Right. You throw away the junk or shred. I stand next to my shredder. So you shred the junk mail or throw away the junk mail.
Right.
And then you open up the envelopes. And as you open an envelope, you decide, what is this? So if it's a bill, it needs to go in a file for bills.
For bills to be paid.
To be paid.
Exactly.
If it's
bills in that file in date due order, so that you don't have to look through the file at the same time. I have a log that I create with people for budgeting. And
right.
we do it in date
due order. Okay. So you have not just one file folder that you stick everything in, but you have it like the dates due,
right.
Those action like accordion files. So
exactly.
Right. So then you put them based on the dates due. So I have a really interesting question about this time of the year and mail, because we get a lot of Christmas cards. We got a lot of holiday greeting cards from, companies, from friends. What do we do with all these cards? What do you suggest you do with all these cards that come in?
Because a lot of people keep them for years because they wind up in a pile and then they suffer from the chaos syndrome, can't have anyone over syndrome. So they take that pile and they stick it in a drawer somewhere or in a closet or in their desk drawer. I have found cards that are 6 years old, holiday cards.
Right.
So you either want to make a decision, you want to put them up for display only for that time frame.
Right.
And then you can toss them.
And if it's something really special, a grandchild or, something like that, you might want to keep it and put it in an album or something.
You can put it in a scrapbook, exactly. You can put them in a scrapbook according to person or time frame.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, Laura, and we're going to come back and talk more about those email clutters that we have. I know. So we'll be right back, guys.
Hi, I'm Mary. Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Brinker, founder of the Brinker Education Initiative. We provide Hispanic students in South Florida who excel in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, financial support to achieve their educational goals. They are the youngest and fastest growing demographic in public schools, and 18 out of the 25 top best jobs in America are STEM-based. Give the gift of a college education at brinkereducationinitiative.org or contact us at 773-717-6828. That's 773-717-6828. When they succeed, we succeed. Our nation succeeds.
Living, creative space solutions, and through a system of Nourish and Glow essential oils, I can guide and inspire you to create an authentic life full of vitality and joy. Contact me, Jane Robinson, Creative Living Solutions, at 561-305-2317. That's 561-305-2317, or visit me at janelrobinson.com.
Multiple horrifying childhood dental experiences has inspired Dr. Vivian Weich, CEO of Sonrisas Dental Clinic, to become one of the most compassionate dentists in South Florida. So if you're anxious or fearful about going to the dentist, Dr. Weich is the dentist for you. With the latest in technology, Sonrisas specializes in dental, cosmetic, and orthodontic services, including Invisalign, teeth whitening, crowns, veneers, implants, root canals, cleanings, dentures, and fast braces. Call 305-944-0000 or visit sonrisasclinic.com.
Is to go out and conquer the world? Here's a valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Visit acradio.live. Afraid of needles? Anxious about going under the knife? Do the words invasive surgery make you queasy to think about? After years of being mistaken for someone in her 20s, Alicia Curry, a mom of 3 in her late 40s, finally got tired of hearing, "You should write a book about why you look so young." So that's exactly what she did. In her book, Age Younger, 21 Tips to Make Your 40s Look Like Your 20s, she outlines 21 of her top tips for looking and feeling decades younger. These tips can easily be implemented into your own lifestyle so you too can make your 40s look like your 20s. Go to acradio.live to order your copy today. Audacious Confidence with Alicia Curry. Now, let's get back to the show. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. This is Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Curry. I want to thank my guests and my sponsors. And if you want to sponsor the show, go to acradio.live. We have a link there. You can send me an email and we'll, or if you want to be a guest, go to acradio.live and send me an email and we'll see how we can get you going in the next year. So my guest today is Laura Savino, and we've been talking about, hi Marissa, we've been talking about decluttering and organizing your life to increase productivity and confidence moving into 2018, because we only have, oh my gosh, a couple weeks left in 2017. So let's get on the ball and let's start creating systems to organize ourselves so we can be more productive in 2018. And we left off talking about organizing our papers. How do we organize our email? That is a huge thing in people's lives right now. So what do you suggest, Laura, Dr. Declutter?
That's the number one challenge. I can easily tell you how to get rid of them.
Delete.
Last night I was going through my emails, and there was still some from 2011, and I know I've gone through every year. They seem to multiply on their own.
They're having babies.
They really are, because where did this come from? What you can do just to clean up your inbox a lot is do a search by name of the people that you know send you emails frequently.
Yes.
Just the common names. And what you'll come up with is possibly years of emails
Right.
from that person. And what you'll be able to see is
Or company.
a lot of what was in those emails is stuff you've already taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't, then you know you need to contact that person. There's missed opportunities in emails. There's missed business that you could be getting. There's
Right.
Parties you could have gone to and didn't know. It's a matter of how to clean them out is really the key. How to manage them is a tricky one. It depends how much time you spend on your emails, and do you have separate emails for business and personal, which you should.
Yeah.
You shouldn't all.
Well, I'll have multiple for each, so it's a little bit challenging.
So you don't know which one to look at and which one to give anybody. But yeah, it's a matter of going through the emails and take a good amount of time by search by person. If you're looking for something in particular, to manage what you need to deal with, whether it be a client or whether it be a friend or a relative. Search by
Or a resource.
Right. Or
And
a resource, exactly.
one
Because
of
we
the
pretty much
things
get
that
a lot of the same ones.
yeah.
And also, when you do it that way and you search by name, it helps you figure out who you want to unsubscribe from.
Exactly. That was my next point. It's
you
about,
go.
when was the last time you actually opened an email from someone who's sending you emails every day? If you're not opening them
you're
up,
100% correct.
then unsubscribe. Because
Right.
it's just junking up your email and it's it's
And I
taking
tell
up
people
space
in
and it's
December, do that.
taking up your mental energy too, because every time you see it, it's like, oh, I have to deal with that.
And then when you really take the time to look at it, it's nothing that you really needed. It's not important.
Right.
So that's the time to unsubscribe.
Right.
Pull up those common names.
And,
search.
sometimes we feel guilty about unsubscribing or we feel bad about it, but
No.
it's business, it's not personal. If it's not benefiting you because it's sitting unopened, it's obviously not benefiting you. So
Right. And then you get the email that, oh, your storage is way too high and you've got too many emails and they're going to cut you off.
right. So deal with it. Deal with it early.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move on. I have a couple other things that I really wanted to get to. Is you have simple steps to help people guide through the process, and I'll give you an opportunity to, share some of that. But what does disorganization have to do with procrastination? And why do you think people procrastinate?
That's the trick. What I've learned over the years is disorganization, procrastination, and unproductivity are all byproducts of each other.
Right.
If you've got one, chances are you have the other two. Disorganization can cause procrastination, which can cause unproductivity. Unproductivity can cause procrastination.
Right.
All three, it's like a vicious cycle.
Right.
All three work together. So I now know that after many years that I have to deal with all three. Procrastination, it could just be because your desk is a mess or your closets are a mess. Or
you just don't have an action plan. You just don't know what to tackle first.
Exactly. You don't know what to that's because all three are working together.
Mm-hmm.
So as you've got one issue, you're cluttered. So then, okay, here comes the procrastination. And by the way, procrastination is not a disease, as most people think. It's not a disease. It can be adjusted and eliminated, actually, by decluttering. And then watch your productivity improve.
Right. So great.
You really have to work on all three.
And then hand in hand with that, too, is about budgeting. So how important is it to maintain a weekly budget? Because that's all part of organization.
Right, because what you really need to do is come up with an annual one. And I have clients that we make an annual one every year to get a general overview of everything. One for each child. What does each child cost you? So we make a separate one for each one. And budgeting is about organization. Because when you have the information, we can then put it into a system. You can then get an idea of, oh, how much did I spend on Starbucks this week? And the other piece of that is how much money are you spending on what you want and ignoring what you need. Because budgeting is about having the money to pay what you need.
Right.
That has to be addressed first. For anyone in
that's
business,
awesome.
They
That's
need
good.
to know what their personal budgeting is before they put their money into their business.
Personal budget before your business. Interesting. Yes. So you know how much to pay yourself if you own your own business.
Exactly.
So
because you could be wasting a lot of money on the personal end. And not knowing it.
That's very good.
Your bills.
Very good. So, Laura, you have a couple things that I want to give you the opportunity to talk about. So you have a couple offers and a couple really juicy things that you want to share with my audience. So go right ahead. Well,
we want to give a gift here tonight for any of the listeners listening in. For the first email I get to Laura at organizedproductivity.com.
Laura, Laura, at organizedproductivity.com.
And in the email, you put in pick me, and you'll get a free session.
Pick me for a free session with Laura. How long is that session?
Well, that'll be an hour session, and we'll go through where the issues are. I'll probably ask you to send me either a video or pictures of what the space looks like where you feel you're most drained from.
Wow.
Where is the most visual noise?
That's a
So that's
huge
the
offer.
session.
So you're going to get, yep. Ty-
And then send me your
Type
contact.
pick me. That's all you have to say. Pick me
Just say, "Pick
to
me."
Laura at organizedproductivity.com. And you also have something else that you wanted to share?
Yes, the other part of that is for everybody on the call, if anybody wants a free discovery session, you can book a session either by emailing me again at laura@organizedproductivity.com, or you can go to the website, organizedproductivity.com, and there's a calendar in there. You can pick a discovery session that we'll do for free.
And how long is the discovery session?
Discovery session is about 25 minutes.
Okay, a 25-minute discovery session where you're able to uncover what your biggest challenge is in
Right.
organization and
Right.
productivity, or if it's procrastination.
Exactly.
Or if it's all
And
three.
I can pretty much figure out where the stem, the root of the problem,
where the root of
comes
the problem is. So you're going to get a 25 minutes. So again, you can email her or go to the website organizedproductivity.com
from. Right.
and
See the phone number on the website as well.
and book in her calendar, or you can email her to get a free discovery session to start cleaning these things up in your life for the next
Exactly.
year.
And there's a couple of programs going on as well. A Get It Done program that's running right now. So there's a special on that for the callers.
So you can just go to her website and you'll get all that great information. So the last thing I wanted to ask you, I only have a couple minutes, but is there a specific, give me some simple steps that you can guide someone through the process, like 3 simple things that people could take away today to help them.
Be aware of, first look around and decide where is the biggest challenge, because right now all you have is visual noise.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in every room? What's the area that's causing you the biggest challenge? Is it your desk? Because if it's your desk, then that means you're very unproductive at this point. So
Okay.
that's one thing to look at.
Okay,
is
I got to
be
run,
aware.
Laura. I'm so sorry. We'll write it up for you. But Merry Christmas to everyone. We will have a show on Christmas Day, but we'll start the new year with a new show, and I'm going to have a super special guest, one of my favorite people in the whole world, so make sure you check in on New Year's Day. It's a Monday. Christmas Day is a Monday. Thank you all. Thank you, Laura. I love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Thank you
Happy
very
New
much.
Year. And I'll see you again in the new year, everybody. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.
The opinions expressed on the preceding